Familia, did y'all hear about this? Cubanos that have historically supported the Republican Party and have been pretty outspoken about supporting Trump are now more vulnerable than ever. But let's talk about this. For many decades, people that had left Cuba came to the United States and were protected from deportations. Their anti-Castro, anti-communist perspective, anti-socialist, aligned very well with the Republican Party, and they embraced that identity when they arrived to places like Florida. But under the current administration, many protections that existed have been revoked, and many people in that community are facing fear and uncertainty about what's going to happen next. Honestamente, I know for many folks it's gonna be hard to feel bad because in many ways, they were asking for this for other communities. And it makes sense that they feel betrayed because they were supporting this, not expecting it to affect them. Let me add one more thing. Cuban exiles in the United States are not a monolith, so of course not all of them were pro-deportation, but the ones that were happen to be the louder voices. I know many people in the community that have been talking about this aren't going to feel any sympathy, essentially saying they effed around and found out. I for one think it's sad. The idea of people losing their livelihood and being deported is just inhumane. But I want this to be a conversation. Familia, what do you all think about this? Do you have sympathy or not? Let me know.
I just heard the news about the humanitarian protection being canceled. I hate that for the Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, and the Haitians. I love y'all. I'm from Fort Pierce. I love y'all to pieces, and I rock with y'all. Baby, whatever you need me to do, you let me know what I can do to help. But them Cubans from Miami, y'all can get the f out of here. You ain't never heard me talk about going to Miami to visit. All my family from that area is gone from Miami. The only time I go down there is to shop and to eat. I don't fuck around with South Beach. I don't fuck around with Miami Cubans. They turn Florida red. They racist. And I tell every group of young kids, do not go down there supporting their business because they don't fuck around with y'all. They don't like us. To my Latins for Trump. Look what he... It couldn't have happened to a better group of people. Fuck y'all. Get the fuck on. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Stand up, Miami Cubans. Stand up and take a round of applause for playing yourself. Oh, you think this is going to only affect those without documents, right? How are they going to know? How are they going to know who is here legally and who is not? Oh, you're going to let them violate your constitutional rights and ask you for your ID? Oh, you think, oh, I'll just show them my ID and they won't bother me, without realizing that is a violation of your constitutional rights. Do you even know your constitutional rights? Do you even know? Or do they just keep you down there in Miami in some of the worst schooling in the nation and they don't tell you your constitutional rights as they stomp on them? Oh, you think it's going to affect others and not you. It's the selfishness that really gets to me. The selfishness that they voted for this. And I'm not saying that Haitians, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans, whether they were here legally, voted for this. No. Specifically, Miami Cubans, who were so blatant on the timeline leading up to the election, that they wanted this, but you didn't realize how it's going to affect your life, because how do they know who is documented and who is not? You're about to FAFO.
¿Por qué están arrestando personas inocentes que solo huyen de una dictadura, de una tiranía asesina comunista?
Tras la detención de la joven cubana Laura de la Caridad González Sánchez, líderes del movimiento anticomunista I-220A expresaron su apoyo.
Como movimiento legal en el estado de la Florida, necesitamos, por favor, que se tomen en cuenta que si no hemos cometido crimen, que tenemos nuestras vidas organizadas, nuestro asilo pendiente, que por favor no tenemos por qué vivir con este terror.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. Raise your hands, come on, for Donald Trump.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. Like someone will always say, where are my Miami Cubans? Because you guys, these people actually felt that they were going to vote against other people, not knowing that they were voting against themselves. Okay, they never knew that somehow their community will be affected, like greatly, okay, in this administration by the time they start rolling out their policies and all of that. But right now it seems as if they are about finding out, or they are currently finding out, because these people's status has somehow slipped out of their hands while they're still awake. Well, I'm just going to let people's videos roll, then I'll come back with a comment to you guys. I feel so pity for them, but somehow I don't feel it, because most of their community members voted against their own interest. Well, let's go watch these videos, then I'll come back with the commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and credit to all creators on this video. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary.
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. That's what y'all did. Those people didn't even get paid to do that. That's crazy. The wordplay that the GOP specifically used in Florida, especially Miami, on Venezuelans and Cubans is unreal. They told you guys that they're only going after the criminals. You guys are the criminals. When you come to this country illegally, that's the crime. But what you do is you seek asylum because you're saying you're running away from a very bad government. But you still have to get here to seek asylum. And when you seek asylum, you give your name, where you're living, where you're working. That's how this works. So that's what they did. They didn't go around trying to find a bunch of illegal immigrants everywhere because that's difficult to do. Apart from the farms and the construction sites, it's hard to find illegal immigrants in the country. They don't leave a paper trail. But people that seek asylum do. And that's why they went to y'all houses in Miami and picked y'all up because they knew where you were at. Your paperwork wasn't completed. But hey, I will vote for Donald Trump. You voted for your people to get deported because he don't give a shit what you look like. Y'all could look white. You can have the proximity to whiteness. But you are from Cuba and he don't give a shit. So thoughts and deportations. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all stand 10 toes down in your vote. Don't start bitching now.
Where are the people that said that there weren't going to be mass deportations? Where are the people that said he's not going to do that? Where are the people that said he's not going to take away legal status from immigrants? Where are these fucking people? I expect a certain demographic to not want to have any immigrants in this country, to want to get rid of the ones that are already here and close the doors and not allow any more in. But the thing that pisses me the most is that a great deal of fucking Latinos help push this shit, help make this happen. A bunch of other Latinos that came here illegally at some point, for the most part, or their parents or grandparents migrated to the United States as a necessity, seeking refuge, liberty, freedom, and all that bullshit. You know, the same fucking thing that these people from Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti are looking for. Where are the people that kept saying, we don't mind immigrants, we just want you to come here legally, the right way? Where the fuck are you now? Because these people came here the right way, came here legally, came here with paper in fucking hand. That is what pisses me off the most. Your fucking hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of the Latino, Trumpian, Republican community. And that leads me to this last point. You better fucking pray that that orange taco chicken in the White House doesn't decide to rescind, to take away citizenship from people like you and I, who are U.S. citizens, who have been U.S. citizens for decades. You better fucking pray that his fascism has some sort of limit. Because that'll be fucking hilarious. That'll be fucking hilarious if one day we woke up and the motherfucker's saying that we are no longer going to allow these people to hold U.S. citizenship. I will laugh, even though I will be angry. I will fucking laugh my ass off at you dumb fuckers who voted, Latinos who voted for this son of a bitch. You better pray that doesn't happen because I will be here. I will be here laughing my ass off at your stupidity. Because the way I see it, this taking away this legal status from these people is a fucking test. A test to see what the courts would say and do. And here we have it. And for those of you who don't know, yes, a U.S. citizenship can be revoked under certain circumstances. And when you have a fascist government like the one we have right now, they will find those circumstances to use them against certain people. See, this never was about coming here the right way, with papers in hand, the proper way, the legal way, or the illegal way. It was never about that. This is about inflicting pain, suffering, and unnecessary anguish to a group of people that have already been through pain, suffering, and unnecessary fucking anguish. What this administration is trying to do to these people, it's a crime, it's dehumanizing, it's disgusting, it's un-American. It amazes me that so many fucking people in this country that talk about freedom, that talk about fucking law and order, that talk about doing things the right way, sit idle. Not just that, but condone this kind of shit. The thing is that because it's not happening to you, it doesn't affect you, you see no problem with it. Typical American way.
Mi gente, I haven't done one of these in a while. Between the Cuban Adjustment Act and then when they started, when they took away their refugee status, I came on here and I talked about it again and I kind of make fun of them. But anyway, here's another one for the record. Cuban Americans, take front and fucking center. Cubans for Trump. Front and fucking center. Let's talk about it, because I know you don't want to talk about it now, right? Now you're avoiding me at all fucking costs, right? And I think it's funny, but in the last fucking week, this administration has gone after you super hard. Super hard. Even those that have been in the country for a fucking while are getting detained and being threatened to be fucking deported. And he is coming after you. There goes the fucking articles. That this, because I know you're going to say I'm lying, but I'm not lying. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, it's just a matter of fucking time. Once he revoked your refugee status for you, Haitians and Venezuelans, right? Now you don't have the protections and that your ass is voted for, right? Do you remember all the videos? Your votes, voy a votar por Donald Trump. Right? Remember that? Remember that? Remember how many of you came to my page to talk shit? Who's fucking laughing now? Who's fucking laughing now? Do you think this would have taught you a lesson for midterms? Do you think it's going to teach you a lesson for 2028? I fucking doubt it. I doubt it. But I hope it does. I told you so. Again, I warned you. Now, here's the funniest thing about this video. This is the guy they call El Funky, and I don't even know who the fuck he is. But as of a few days ago, he was being threatened to be deported. And now, I'm not sure how he got out of it. But look at him. Does he fucking even look like he would qualify to be in the United States under this fucking administration? I think not. He should have known better. But sure enough, I think because he thought he was famous, Trump was going to accept him. And what did he say at your own town hall meeting? I only want you for your vote. Now you see how that works, right? But if somebody knows El Funky, send it to him. Right? Because I don't even know who the fuck he is. But good for your ass. Good for your ass. Maybe you'll wake up now. Maybe all of you will wake up now and stop being a part of that colorism that makes you think the color of your skin makes you better than the rest of us fucking Latinos. Who's laughing now? Cubans for Trump.
Well, happy Fun Day Sunday, TikTok. I need my Latin community of South Florida, particularly my Cubans and my Venezuelans, to come to the front of the class. Coming from my fancy garage, I have a question for you on this fine Sunday afternoon. And we are going to start with my Cuban people first. Are you happy with your vote? Would you turn around and vote for him again tomorrow? Is he keeping his promises? Do you still feel that your skin is whiter than mine, or you think that you are whiter than me? Whatever do you mean, mouth of the South? Skin color whiter than yours or whiter than you? Yeah, because that's how I have seen for the past 30 years the Cuban people act. Not all of them, but you know who the fuck you are. Where I have seen complete racism to Jamaicans, to Haitians, to Black Americans. And my melanin brothers and sisters from the islands and right here in the United States tell me I'm fucking wrong. I've had to step in a couple of battles before TikTok and social media even was a fucking thing. So Cubans, how you feeling today? That concert you put on down in Miami singing, vote, vote, vote for Donald Trump. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You got deported. Well, you went and spread misinformation to every other Cuban person living in Miami and South Florida. But you got deported. And my Venezuelan people, the ones who voted for Donald Trump. How do you feel now? Especially if you're one of the 350,000 people who just got their status revoked. Oh, you didn't hear about that? The Supreme Court gave the green light for you guys to all go bye-bye. Just when the Latin community is supposed to stick together. And I know I look like a crazy fucking white lady. But that Latin DNA runs in my roots and my genes too. I just look like a crazy white lady. How you feeling now? Would you vote for him again tomorrow? Are you proud? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You can't tell me because you got deported. So, to all my Latin people, I would really suggest you wake the fuck up. And you see things right now for what the fuck it is. This is history repeating itself. I told you, education is key. Knowledge is power. Stop making the same mistakes again and again and again. Wake up before it's too late. For some of y'all, it already is. You enjoy the rest of your Sunday now. You hear?
All right. Trying to explain why the Cubans and the Venezuelans and all the minority that still support Donald Trump strongly to this day, even though Donald Trump openly disregard these minority groups and also express himself openly in public places through speech and his own actions, saying that how much he don't want these people in this country. There's only one answer, because all these people came from a dictator country and they were brainwashed their whole life before they come to the United States. They still hardwired to thinking of being submissive to the regime, and the regime ain't gonna do anything to you. That's sad and, unfortunate, because they cannot switch to this U.S. mindset yet, because, you stand up. If the government did something wrong to you, you have to stand up and fight them in court to get your rights. They're not there yet. So that's why they want to support Donald Trump, because Donald Trump got them scared. And they are in survival mood now. And their only strategy in that survival mood is to support whoever threaten them to do bad things to them, so they be submissive. Okay, and that set up a very sad example and very strong example to stand up and fight Donald Trump, and don't be submissive, because at the moment you submit, you're dead, you're done for, and then there's no comeback. All right, so for those people, if you know, for everyone who watched this video, if you know that people like that, share this video with them, keep telling them, you need to stand up and fight. If you don't support Donald Trump, he will just die like a paper tiger. That's all. Okay.
So these guys voted against their own community members, not minding, who is going to affect, okay? They felt it was going to affect other people like every other community, but not them. Like, these guys came out in mass. Okay, you guys have been hearing about people saying, oh, Latinos that voted for Trump, most Latinos are the people that came out in mass to vote for Trump. Outside white women, white men, you now have Latinos, like that, the third people, that delivered the vote for Republicans. Anyway, this is because a lot of people have been saying that Cubans were actually the ones that did the whole voting, right? A lot of them came out in mass to really vote for this administration. And right now, the policies of the administration is no longer in favor of them. Okay, after they have come out in mass and say, okay, we're voting for this Cubans for Trump, yay! You remember that woman who was like shouting, Cubans for Trump, yay! We love Donald Trump. He makes us happy and all of that. After saying all that, the next minute you're seeing this same woman saying, more than betrayal, beyond betrayal, and how they told them this and that and that, and now they're feeling the heat. Okay, aside that, you guys, they are now facing deportation because their temporary status have been taken away from them. Before now it was all rumors, but and right now I think the court has accepted them to be able to face the whole deportation thing. Right now, about 500,000 of them might end up, going back to Cuba if this whole thing pulls off. You guys, a lot of people have been talking about them for weeks, and like, you guys, Cubans, how do you feel right now voting against your own interests? Because seriously, I can't find myself voting against my interests, forgetting the fact that whatever status I hold is temporal, and it can be reversed or revoked by any power, any presidency that comes in and feel that there is no need giving you this particular resident. Some of you actually have this CPS. You came in, you seek asylum because you said your country was this and that, and they gave it to you, yet you still boarded flight tickets to go visit your family members in Cuba, forgetting the fact that someday, somehow, this matter might be resurrected. You guys came out in mass to vote for what you're currently seeing. And now every other person is out there looking at you and like, and some of you are feeling so sad that nobody is coming out to speak for you. Nobody is protesting with you. Nobody is talking about you guys. That is because Cubans actually came out in mass to vote on the 5th of November, okay, for Republicans. And now the Democrats are like, but we told you this was going to happen. They told them this was going to happen. This will happen. When these policies start rolling out, this will happen. And when they said greatest mass deportation of all time, these people didn't see themselves inside any of this deportation. They never wished it for themselves. They never saw themselves being deported in any way. They felt that, oh, we are not going to be part of the people who will be deported. We are being protected by law and all of that, forgetting that the presidency has the power to revoke anything they feel like doing, right? And the policies were all spelled out, right? Everything that was going to govern this whole administration for the next 4 years was spelled out. And they told you guys they're going to deport about how many millions of people? But you guys thought that you were never going to be among maybe the black and brown people. You will never be part of it. That's why your community came out in mass to vote the way they did. And right now, you guys are now finding out that you made a huge mistake in the first place. Maybe you would have voted better. But you guys, you think that these people would have even done better in the first place? I feel like they're given opportunity to vote again. Trust me, they might just vote for Republican. Someone said yesterday in one of my videos where a particular woman was talking about how she would never vote for Republican Party again. And somebody said in the comment section that whether you like it or not, this woman might end up not voting Democrat or even vote for third party or never vote at all, right? But these people, they knew exactly what they did or what they are doing, and right now they are finding out. Well, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let's have that conversation. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.